the Kuta is like great sunsets. And Kuta is like, we have great sunset beach and most tourism suffering in here. And we also have Tanah Lot, was built and has been part of Balinese mythology in 4 centuries. And the last is Basakin's temple is a puro complex in the village of Indonesia of Bekasi in the slopes of Man Agung in eastern Bali, Indonesia. It's the most important and the largest and holiest temple of Balinese Hinduism. The next. And next we move to Java Island. In Java Island, we have Bromo Mountain. Bromo Mountain is not the highest peak of the massif, but it's the most famous. The name Bromo comes from Javanese pronunciation of Brahma, the Hindu god of creation. In Brahma. And the legend of Mountain Bromo traces back to the 15th century, was the princess of East Java Empire of Majapahit, Roro Anteng, and her husband, Jogo Tember, came to Bromo region. They came to Bromo, pray to have children, and got permission with one condition: the last children need to sacrifice. And the next, still in Jawa, we have the next. We have Borobudur Temple. Okay, so Borobudur is a 9th century Mahayana Buddhist temple. The temple consists of nine stacked platforms, 6 square and 3 circular, topped by a central dome. It's decorated with 2,672 relief panels and 504 Buddha statues. The central dome is surrounded by 72 Buddha statues, each state inside a perforated stupa. And Borobudur Temple is the world's biggest Buddhist monument, an ancient site widely considered to be one of the world's 7 wonders in the past. And still in Java Island, next we have Prambanan Temple. Prambanan is the 8th century Hindu temple. The temple has legend is like Roro Jonggrang, born Bandung Bondowoso, built 1,000 temple in the one night. So it's built only one night. And the other side, we have show talent, like musical drama of Ramayana is like the legend Ramayana. I think all of you know about the story Rama and Sinta. This one. And the next. Okay, this one. Last but not least, we will move to Komodo Islands. So the Komodo Island is a particularly notable as the habit of the Komodo dragon, and the largest lizard on Earth, which is named after the island. The island is also a popular destination for diving, and it has been included into the controversial new 7 Wonders of Nature list since November 11, 2011. And yeah, we know that Komodo is like protected animal. No, we have to save them. But if you come to Komodo Island, you can connect with them directly. And okay, thank you everyone. So that's all because of I bring you to west of Indonesia. It means Java, Bali, and Nusa Tenggara. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lila, for such a wonderful presentation. You showed us so much about Indonesia in such a short presentation. And yes, Indonesia is one of the places in bucket list of most of the people. So surely we'll be visiting you soon. And moving forward, I would like to call Rotaract Asik Raj Koirala and team to give us your presentation from Rotaract Club of RAD 3292 representing Nepal.
Thank you, everybody. And today we are going to present about the very beautiful Darwa Square. And this picture is, and yes, can you have some guess on who this picture belongs to? Okay, it's me. So this picture was taken in 2004, and we've just wanted to show you some of our pictures to say how much we are personally connected with Bhaktapur Darbar Square and how personal it is. Can you go to the next slide? So Bhaktapur Darbar Square is in royal palace of Bhaktapur Kingdom, which is spread across 1400 meters. It is like an big size time capsule. It is like a big size time capsule because it's preserved and it's one of the old cities of Nepal. And due to its immense history and beauty, it is listed in UNESCO World Heritage Site. In recent years, Bhaktapur has been a peace-seeking place for a resident of Kathmandu Valley who has very hectic lifestyle. So of pagoda and seeker style temples, mostly dedicated to Hindu god and goddesses. Next slide, please. Yes, this is Napotala temple. It was built in 17 months of construction in the time of King Bhupendra Malla time in 1702 AD. It is one of the tallest temple of Nepal in the pagoda style, and it is 5-story temple. And it's dedicated to Siddhi Lakshmi or Siddhi Lakshmi goddesses, and his kingdom had a rivalry with western neighbors like Kritipur and Kantipur. So the king Bhupendra, he built this temple to show his power, and he built this impressive building. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yes, and this is the 55 window palace. And yeah, thank you. It was built during the regime, again, just during the regime of Bhupendra Malla, but was only completed during 1754 AD during the regime of his son Ranjit Malla. It got his name because this palace literally has 55 windows, and it was once operated as the post office of Bhaktapur. And this palace has carving of different deities, also features a painting of King Bhupendra and his queen inside wall painting, and many other paintings such as Lord Bhairav and Battleground of Ramayana. So this next picture is of a Vastala temple, which is a stone temple dedicated to Vastala Devi. One of the features in this temple is that it has used bell known to the local as the bell of barking dogs. It was run every morning when the goddesses of Talizu was worshipped. Next slide, please. The picture on your left is the Golden Gate, and it's one of its kind, and it's a very beautiful piece of art in the entire Bhaktapur. The door is it has a figure of Hindu goddesses Kali and Gauda, and the temple was erected by King Ranjit Malla, and in the entrance of the main courtyard of the palace of 55 windows, and it is pagoda style temple. The next temple is the Bhairavnath temple. It's a pagoda style temple dedicated to the Bhairav, the most fierce manifestation of the Lord Shiva. It stands near the Nepotala temple and was originally constructed by King Jagat Malla, but it was again remolded by King Bhupendra into 3-storied temple. Next slide, please. Yakeswar temple. It's a replica of the Pasupati temple located in Kathmandu city. It is built to be built right in front of palace after Bhadgun king dreamed of having a Lord Shiva temple. it has beautiful carving, and one of its feature is have erotic carvings, and which is very unique because for such an conservative society, we have such an erotic carvings. And the next picture is of Bhupendra Malla. It was erected in 1699, and he was a lover of art, and he made a lot of a lot of heritage and architect of Bhaktapur. And the king's face, it faces towards the Golden Gate, and is very near to the Bastala temple. Next slide, please. So one of the very beautiful thing of architect in Bhaktapur is its beautiful carving, beautiful wood carving and beautiful stone carving. So it's a very magical place for architects and art in Kathmandu Valley. So do please visit it. Next slide.
I think we are running out of time.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Diva. Now, talking about Bhaktapur, we surely cannot miss any festivals. So you can say that people here actually live for festivals. It is really important to them. And among the many jatras celebrated here throughout the year, we have listed a few, which are Biske Jatra, which is celebrated marking the Nepali New Year, and it is 9 days long. Is the slide being changed?
No.
So this is Biska Jatra. Gai Jatra it can also be considered as Nepali Halloween, where people who lost their loved ones throughout the year parade on the streets, dressing up as deities, yogis, and it is a very fun event, festival. Now talking about Navadurga Jatra, it is a max dance ceremony, which represents the reincarnation process of the 9 Durgas. Similarly, we have Siti Nakha, which is a festival in which people clean the whales and worship the Nag and have a feast, which should include Chatamari and Bara as shown in the figure. Talking about my favorite Jatra, Yomari Purnima, on this day, the farmers of the Kathmandu Valley actually worship Annapurna, the goddess of grains, for good rice harvest, and have Yomaris. Yomaris are the steamed buns filled with chocolate, and it is the yummiest thing. Now, after talking about festivals, we cannot miss food. Now, Bhaktapur has to offer you a wide range of authentic food, and sincerely sorry for the rules, but we have choila, momos. Momos can be considered as the national dish of Nepal. Everybody loves it. We have gundruk and suguti, which are both dried and fermented dishes. Similarly, one of the most famous delicacy of Bhaktapur is juju dao. You should never miss juju, and you know when you come to visit Bhaktapur. Similarly, we have yomaris, bara. This is one of the famous delicacy of Bhaktapur, and it is actually grinded black lentils, which are made like pancake but just better. And we have aila. It is actually a traditional beverage, which is famous here in Bhaktapur, and as the picture says, one drop is enough to take you to the moon and back, and yeah, drink responsibly. So Bhaktapur is the ultimate destination to experience rich art and culture. It is a package in a whole. It has more to offer than one can probably take in. It is filled with culture, stories, arts, food, and whatnot. There is endless things to explore. Amazing architectures, art, culture, and trust me when I say all your 5 senses would be happy, satisfied, and mesmerized. Therefore, I would encourage you to add Bhaktapur to your travel destination list if you are ever planning on visiting Nepal. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, Diva and Ritika, but I would like to request all the participants to be on time because we have 16 presentation and it's very hard to finish on time. So now moving forward, I would like to call Rotaractor Tharindu Dhananjay. Sorry if I have pronounced it wrong. For the performance from Rotaract Club Alumni of University of Moratuwa RID 3220 Sri Lanka. I know you're gonna do very great performance, so all the best, Dhananjay.
My name is Dhananjay. I'm from Rotaract Alumni University of Moratuwa. Today I am going to singing my native Sri Lankan song. I hope you will enjoy this song.
sari nuva hasralle araliya gahayata sugi surunille tani vena vitta maasamagin ike kar hati mati karamin tani ve musunduriye apisana sille
Thank you.
You had such an incredible voice, and we all enjoyed your performance very much. I told you you're gonna rock
Thank
the
you.
performance.
Thank you.
So I have this short information to share with you guys. So we are having this short interactive program, let's say, that about confession. So there is a link of a confession in the chat section where you can write an anonymous message to anybody you like, and we will be saying here out loud, and your name will not be out, or in fact we will not even know about it. So guys, let's do this. It will be much more fun. And also, I would like to request you guys to please open your video, although you're not performing or presenting, but it is a fellowship night, and it would be so nice to see your face. So moving forward, I would like to request the team from Rotaract Club of Metro Zamboanga, RID 3850 Philippines, for the presentation. So please share the slide, and all the best for your presentation.
Okay, good evening everyone. I hope you're doing well in your respective areas. I will be talking about one of the structures within our city, the Zamboanga City Hall. I'm not really going to be talking about the country, Philippines itself, but rather one of the structures located within our beloved city. So let's start. Next. I hope I'm audible. Kindly give me a thumbs up if I'm audible. Okay. So the Zamboanga City Hall exhibits the old world charm, and it is a significant landmark in the history of Zamboanga and in the entire Mindanao. Most people say that it was built during the Spanish colonial era, however they were mistaken about it. So as you can see in the pictures displayed, the city actually has a Spanish vibe with it, and if you are able to go here and you're able to see it, to see the actual structure, you would actually say that it belongs to the Spanish type of architecture. However, next, the construction of the historic building was commenced in 1905 by the federal government of the United States and was completed in 1907. The building served as the official residence of the U.S. military governor of the Moro province. So, given the date and the time, this building was actually built around the time the Americans were here to colonize us. So, if you're not familiar with the Philippine history, first we were colonized by the Spaniards and then the Japanese for a brief time, and then finally the Americans. So, that's a brief historical lesson for you all. But yeah, it later became the seat of the government of the Department of Mindanao. For the information of everyone, Mindanao is the southmost biggest island of the Philippines. We have three main islands here, and Zamboanga City is located within the Zamboanga Peninsula, the western part of the island of Mindanao. And Sulu and the defunct. Wait, can you go back? Since 1937, the building has been functioning as the City Hall of the Zamboanga City. The Zamboanga City Hall has a Filipino colonial architectural design. So next. Today, the City Hall still stands proud as a reminder of the Zamboangueño heritage. Zamboangueño is a term we use to call ourselves here who are living in Zamboanga. However, we are we are Filipino, but if we go to the city, we call ourselves Zamboangueño to symbolize that we are from the city of Zamboanga. This structure is unique among the neoclassical contemporaries. The tower is now where the siren is blared at a certain time of day. So this siren actually blares or makes sound around 12 noon, if I'm not mistaken, and exactly at 5 o'clock. This symbolizes that it's usually lunchtime or break time for the office workers here in City Hall, and also around 5 time to say that it is time for them to go home. Every December, the city government starts to decorate the tower and it turns into a showcase of lights. Many families and friends come and spend a full Christmas night at the plaza complex of the City Hall. So, if you are in Zamboanga City, one of the places we really like to decorate during Christmas, and we are very avid fans of celebrating Christmas. If you know Filipinos, we start celebrating Christmas starting September up to December. It's basically Christmas time for us. So City Hall is one of the structures we really love to decorate. That's why you can see, if you would search on Google images of Zamboanga City Hall, you would see a lot of images coming up where it's highly decorated, especially for the time of Christmas. So if you can see, sorry, if you saw the previous picture, it's actually showcasing how many people go there, and there are a lot of tourists who actually go there just to picture the City Hall because it is quite beautiful. And if you are a avid Miss Universe fan like I am, I believe around last year, around the end quarter of 2020, Miss Catherine Luna Great, the Miss Universe 2018, some and then the photo shoot there wearing our traditional attires. And then if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's in her Instagram account, and you can actually see the beauty of the City Hall from Zamboanga City. So is there a next slide? Okay, that's all. Thank you so much. I hope it was a very brief snippet of Zamboanga City. However, and I really hope that we had more time to talk about it. But that's all I can give you right now. Thank you so much, and I hope you learned a bit of our City Hall here in our local city. So thank you.